Greetings, all you Negus stick kissers out there, and welcome to Undeclared Bajor Season 3 Wrap-Up.
That's a good one. Get that Negus stick in there one last time.
One last time, and then never again. I'm taking that Negus stick out back and shooting it. Love starting a new season. But before we get there, today we're going to discuss, reminisce about Season 3, have a little bit of fun. First thing I want to do, usually we start with our episode ratings, top and bottom episodes. This time I came up with 2 quizzes.
Okay.
And I want to start off with one of them right off the bat, because I feel like our discussion may affect the quiz. So the first quiz I came up with is, I tell you the title of the episode, and you have 1 minute to tell me what that episode is about.
All right.
1 minute might even be too generous, but...
Yeah, probably.
I honestly don't know. These are episodes that... I did not immediately recognize them when I looked at their titles. So.
So this is the title.
I give you the title.
No, I mean this is like the quiz that relates to our title review.
Right,
segment.
exactly.
Got it. Okay,
it's almost an experiment as much as a quiz.
Yeah, no, I like it.
And this is for all 3 seasons, and they're in no particular order. I randomized the order.
Ooh, all 3. Okay, we're getting serious now. Okay.
So. Ready for the first one?
Yeah.
All right, first episode. Shadow Play.
Shadow Play. Shoot, is that a... I feel like that wasn't this season. That's like a season 2 maybe. Doesn't sound like season 1 either. Not that it matters, except that it helps me narrow down what the episode might be about. Okay. So... Shadow. I'm waving my hands as if you can see that on the podcast. Is that the one? Is that the one about the hologram people?
That is the one about the hologram people.
Village of the Holograms. Ha ha ha!
And also, I believe Jake Sisko gets a job with Chief O'Brien.
Well, yeah, whatever. I was never going to remember that part of it, so okay.
Yeah, I did not even look up the B plots to these episodes. So,
good call.
If you can remember those, I'll be very impressed. Okay. So you got that in less than a minute, so that's good.
Woohoo!
The next one, I think this will be pretty easy, but The Abandoned.
Oh, The Abandoned. That's baby Jem'Hadar.
Correct.
Because I hate that one.
Next one, Sanctuary.
See, the thing about that is, Sanctuary is not one of the episodes with the Sanctuary districts.
Right.
Which is what I immediately think of when you said Sanctuary. So now I have to try to... Is that a season 1? No, hold on. Is that the one where, the aliens come through the wormhole and they're looking for a new planet?
Yes, flaky skin aliens want to live on Bajor.
Yeah, okay.
Perfect score so far. The next, The Forsaken.
I remember the discussion of The Forsaken as, who is The Forsaken referring to? It could be referring to, I think we said Odo or, Loxana Troy. So is it the one where, Loxana shows up and then, she makes friends with Odo because she gets stuck in the elevator and he sits in her lap? And then, if it is, then the B story is Bashir escorting the ambassadors around.
Well, also there's the story of the puppy in the computer system.
Oh, well, yeah, that's kind of the actual A story, maybe.
The computer system puppy. Yeah.
I kind of forgot the puppy part. Yes, okay.
But yeah, I'll give that one to you. Next, The Alternate.
The Alternate. Is that... That makes me think of, baseball or something, but it's not. Is that the one with fake O'Brien? No, it can't be that one, because you don't know that he's fake O'Brien until, afterwards. No, I don't remember this one.
That is when Dr. Morapole shows up, and they find a rogue changeling creature that turns out to be Odo.
Right, okay. So not the alternate in that there was, a replacement for somebody, but the alternate in it was Odo's alternate whatever. Okay, yeah.
I remember us saying that O'Brien episode should have been called The Alternate, though. Okay, next one. Heart of Stone.
Is that the one where Kira is turning to stone?
Correct.
Yeah. Or I guess being encompassed by crystal, like the episode of Avatar: The Last Airbender, except in that one it's candy.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't know about that. But yes, Kira's foot gets stuck in a rock and Nog wants to join Starfleet.
Oh, is that when Nog's joining Starfleet? See, that there's, once again, did not remember the B-plot.
I think I just... I would have not have remembered that either, but I think I casually caught a screenshot of that or something when I was looking on IMDb.
Okay.
Next, Paradise.
Oh, that one I know. Paradise, that's the one where, like, Sisko and O'Brien get stuck on the planet with the weird cult leader lady who won't let anyone use technology.
Yeah, Hotbox Planet.
Yeah.
That's how I described it on my notes. Next one is Second Sight.
Oh, is that the one where O'Brien... If it's not, it should be. The one where O'Brien is seeing the transporting to the future or something?
Is that your final answer?
Apparently it's wrong. But, yeah, that's what I'm going with.
No, that is Sisko's ghost girlfriend.
Oh, that shouldn't be the name of that episode.
The one you're thinking of is Visionary.
Yeah, okay.
The one where he sees in the future, right? That's the one you're talking about?
Yeah.
Next one, Second Skin.
Oh, well, that's the one where Kira gets turned into a Cardassian, right?
Correct.
Yeah, okay.
All right. 3 more.
The ones this season are slightly easier for me because we've just talked about them.
So next we have Playing God.
Ooh, Playing God. If I didn't know that season 1 episode was called The Storyteller, I might think that episode was Playing God because he has to like fight the whatchamacallit, but Playing God. Is that the one with like the proto-universe?
Yes, a mini-universe grows on the station while Dax trains an initiate.
Oh, that's the initiate one also. Okay, see, I didn't remember yeah, okay. Yeah, all right.
But you can have that one. If you can remember anything that happened in the episode, I'm giving it to you. Okay, second to last one, The Passenger.
The Passenger. So, it's... I really feel like I should remember this one. Because, like, it's sounding familiar to me, but... I'm just gonna... Okay, The Passenger evokes for me that there's, like, some mind, like, riding in other people.
Okay.
So, is there an episode like that? Oh, the one with Tai Kajata is like that, right? Where she's like got a prisoner and then he dies, quote unquote, but then it turns out that he's not really dead and his mind is hijacking other people through his fingernail or something.
Yes,
is that the
exactly.
One?
Yes.
I got there.
You even remembered Tai Kajata's name, which I didn't.
I remember that because she was a card in the card game. So.
Yeah, that's where Rao Vantika takes over Bashir's body.
Mm.
And then finally, Necessary Evil.
Oh, Necessary Evil. That's I know this one. That's where like Odo's reinvestigating the old case or whatever, and it turns out that Kira killed the guy, but it was a necessary evil.
Right. Correct. Or did it turn out Kira killed the guy, or I don't even remember. But
yeah, I'm pretty sure because because like she was trying to steal stuff and he came in and she killed him, and then she she didn't want to tell Odo all these years because he would have been disappointed in her or whatever.
Right. Yeah. And then someone tries to kill Quark.
Yeah, and Rom's like, no, my brother. And then when he realizes he'll inherit the bar, he's like, I mean, no, he totally is dead, probably.
So you got 10 out of 12 right. So
that's not bad. I'll take that.
83%. Yeah, pretty good. Okay, so let's, after that, dive into our top and bottom episodes of the season. So
okay.
This season, we did not sort our episodes in order. So this can be a little bit of a discussion. So for our number 5 spot, we have 3 contenders. They're the 3 episodes that we both gave a commander. So 6 total pips.
Okay.
They are House of Quark, Defiant, and Visionary. So of those 3, which one do you think would be in the top 5?
House of Quark is... Okay, so I'm going to say that I don't think Visionary makes it, in my opinion. I think it's between the other two for me.
Okay.
I don't know how you feel about that, but that's my first thought.
I do love Visionary. I think of these, Visionary would be my second choice.
Interesting. Okay, what's your third?
So I think of these 3 episodes, I think my bottom one would be Defiant, Visionary would be my middle, and House of Quark would be my top.
Yeah, House of Quark is, I think, would edge out Defiant for my top also.
Okay, so we'll say that House of Quark is definitively our number 5 episode for the season.
Okay.
And then for number 4, with 7 total pips, you gave it 4, I gave it 3. Shakar.
Makes sense.
House of Quark, by the way, got an 8.0 on IMDb, and it was the highest rated of those 3.
Huh, okay. What about Shakar?
Shakar has 6.9 on IMDb, which is...
They do not like it as much as we did.
A little bit lower than I would expect for that episode. Yeah. And then our top 3 that we both gave captains are Civil Defense, Improbable Cause, and The Die Is Cast.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, how would you rate those, do you think?
Improbable Cause and The Die Is Cast are a little tricky for me.
Uh-huh.
They're really good in different ways. Like, Improbable Cause has the whole, like, Odo investigation thing and Garrett getting to be the sarcastic, like, sidekick to the investigation almost.
Right.
And that's a lot of fun. But then Improbable Cause Die Is Cast has the battle and the reveals and the wrap up of all the stuff that gets set up.
Oh, yeah.
And I think all that payoff feels better to me than the setup, even though the setup was really interesting. So I would probably, between those two, put the Die Is Cast above Improbable Cause. I think Civil Defense has to be the top for me.
Really?
It's so fun.
Huh, that's interesting. I mean, my thinking was, I think I like, it's so close between Improbable Cause and Die Is Cast.
Yeah.
I mean, we did have that complaint that there was the whole unnecessary Michael Eddington mutiny in the Die Is Cast.
That's true. I'd kind of forgotten about that.
But yeah, like, that giant space battle kind of like forgives a lot of stuff. So,
yep.
I think I would almost have to put Improbable Cause above Die Is Cast.
Okay.
And then Civil Defense, I was about to put below both of them, but
ooh.
I do love that episode.
I think, given what you've just said, I think that makes, like, Die Is Cast number 2 for both of us.
Okay.
So that's the solid number 2.
So it's just what should be at the top? Civil Defense, or I'm fine with letting Civil Defense be at the top, I guess.
Which one has the better rating on IMDb?
Okay, yeah, we'll let IMDb be the tiebreaker. So Die Is Cast actually is 8.9 is the
I'm not surprised.
best one. And then Improbable Cause has 8.5.
Ooh, this is close.
Civil Defense has 7.9.
Ah, okay. Well, there you go.
So we'll put the Die Is Cast at number 1, you're saying? Improbable Cause at number 2, Civil Defense at number 3. Is that what we're going with? If IMDb is being allowed to have a say.
Maybe that's... I don't remember. Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine. I mean,
honestly, Improbable Cause and Die Is Cast are so close for me that I'm just like, I'm not going to argue about which one is above the other.
I mean, they're all such good episodes, but they're good in such good ways. Yeah. I mean, the reason I was gravitating towards Improbable Cause is because it's just such a Garrick and Odo and...
Yep, it's got a lot of good Garrick stuff, for sure.
It's a lot of great Deep Space Nine and Deep Space Nine character stuff going on in that. But
yeah,
also you get a lot of that in Civil Defense too. So
yeah, well, and that's the thing for me. In Civil Defense wins out just because of all the like fun. It's like Ducat beams in and he's like, "Oh man, what happened to Commander Sisko? He wasn't killed while like ordering one of those Raktaginos he loves, was he? I hope not." And then he sees Garrick and he's like, "Garrick cowering back here. That makes my whole trip worthwhile." Yeah. And then you get the turn when he tries to stop it, and he's not allowed. It's just there's so much fun stuff.
That was so great.
But yeah, okay, no, I'm okay with this top 5.
So maybe some people can comment, see if we can break this tie. So for our bottom episodes, for our third worst episode, I'm just counting total number of pips between the two of us.
Mm-hmm.
It's a tie between The Abandoned and Distant Voices.
Hmm.
So I think I would I would prefer to say the Abandoned is better than Distant Voices, but
I don't like either of them. And you know what? It's honestly, looking at my rating from Distant Voices, I'm kind of in retrospect surprised I gave it as much as I did. I just personally don't like the Abandoned, but overall quality, I can see how, like, objectively, yes, I would put Distant Voices below it.
Okay, so we'll call that our third worst. IMDb agrees, 6.9 on the Abandoned, 6.4 on Distant Voices.
That's not far off of what Shakar was, so that's interesting.
And then, yeah, that's true. Shakar was 6.9, so... Yeah. And then tied for last place is Meridian and Life Support with 3 pips each.
Let's see.
I feel pretty strongly that we should give this to Meridian for the worst, but...
I mean, you did have the 1 pip on Meridian, so... we both had 1.5 on Life Support.
Right.
So, interesting. Okay. I'm going to have to remind myself about these. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I could not remember what Meridian was, so I had to go out here and type in Meridian to remember what the hell that episode. And it's one of those episodes that the name actually makes sense because it's about the planet Meridian, but because Meridian is a word, outside of that, it threw me off. Okay, so Life Support, that one I remember. Meridian, I had to go look up. Life Support really sucks, though.
I mean, it does.
Yeah, okay. I'm okay with Meridian being at the bottom.
All right, so we'll lock it in that our bottom 3 are Distant Voices, Life Support, and then Meridian dead last. So Life Support has 6.6 on IMDb. Meridian has 5.6 on IMDb.
Wow, yeah, okay, so IMDb definitely feels it deserves to be down there. Yeah. Interesting.
And then I'll also just give a quick rundown of IMDb's top 5. So at number 5 for them is The Adversary at 8.2.
Interesting.
And then The Search Part 2 at 8.2. So I guess they're just tied down there for number 4. And then Search Part 1 with 8.3 is number 3. And then Improbable Cause with 8.5 is number 2. Die is Cast with 8.9 is number 1.
Okay.
And their
they don't like Civil Defense as much as we did, but
right. Yeah.
The rest of that kind of fits.
Yeah, Civil Defense 7.9.
I feel like IMDb kind of gives maybe more weight than we do to season openers and season closers.
Like main through line type episodes, which all of those 5 episodes are.
Yeah.
In some way. Like they're all episodes about either the Dominion or Changelings, or... In fact, they're all episodes involving the Dominion in some way.
Yeah.
And then their bottom 3, Distant Voices at 6.4, Fascination at 6.2, and then Meridian is dead last at 5.6.
Wait, Fascination?
Yeah, that's the, Everybody's Horny episode.
Oh, yeah. So I was looking up and down this list, and I was like, which one is that? But yeah, okay. I mean, you didn't like that one.
Yeah, I was not a fan of that one, but that's just another one of those... If wishes were horses type situations where either you're into it or you're not.
Yep.
So, yeah. And then I always like to follow that up with, how would you condense the episode? Or the season, I mean.
Oh, okay. So, if you're watching a few episodes...
What are the essentials? What are the essentials for the season? Like, well, I mean... Maybe let's do like a short list of 5 and a long list of 10.
Okay. So, I think that you could say pretty easily that you need the search, both parts, and you need the finale, Adversary.
I mean, I'm not so sure you need the Adversary if you include Improbable Cause and the Die is Cast.
When the Die is Cast. That was going to be my other thing, was I think that you have to have both of those. So, okay, I can do that. You take the search and you take Improbable Cause and Die is Cast, and you can leave out. Okay, then what's number 5 that you have to have?
I think... the fact that Odo kills the...
Well, that was my thing, is because that becomes relevant, spoiler, later on. Pretty relevant, but...
That's true. That might make an essential. So, okay. If we didn't have the Adversary, what would we pick?
Yeah, that's the question. So let me look here. We got, past tense you can leave right out. Who cares about those? Yeah. Maybe if you really want to keep track of Burial, you have... maybe life support, but I think Shakar can do the job of, Barial's dead and we're replacing him with somebody else. So for the Bajor storyline, I think Shakar would be a good candidate. The Ferengi stuff, House of Quark, family business, don't really need that. The Abandoned, I don't think you need. Civil Defense, while I love it, don't need it.
Yeah.
The Defiant, I don't think that it does anything that you don't get in like retrospect from Improbable Cause. Definitely don't need Fascination. Don't need Life. Well, we talked about Life Support. Don't need Heart of Stone. I mean, really, if you're just like, we need all Changeling episodes, then Heart of Stone says some stuff about Odo's overall story, but not stuff that we can't learn elsewhere.
Yeah. I think Heart of Stone is definitely the most disposable of the Changeling episodes.
Profit Motive. Who needs that? Visionary, Distant Voices. Yeah, no. So I think, for me, I think Shakar would be the one.
Okay. If we weren't we didn't want the
if you left out the adversary, right?
Yeah, it is. It's a tough choice on that one. So, what would be on the 10 list then? Like, I think that's where we can include Civil Defense.
Okay. Yeah.
That's where we can start including more fun episodes.
So okay, are we including both Shakar and the adversary in this list?
Sure. So
okay, so that leaves us
4 more spots.
4 spots. You put Civil Defense in there because it's awesome.
Yeah.
So 3 spots. What are the 3?
I think we can still cut out past tense.
Yeah,
which would probably anger a lot of people, but
I still don't need Heart of Stone.
Yeah.
Ferengi episodes, once again, Profit Motive, House of Quark, Family Business. I think you can cut those out.
I think let's I want to leave House of Quark in for consideration, but it's not a necessity, it's more of a enjoyment.
Second Skin will become relevant later, but I don't know that it's overall important enough to like keep in for that. Maybe you put Defiant back in?
Maybe.
Explorers, we didn't even mention Explorers. You don't need it.
Yeah, we can leave out Explorers.
Can leave out Facets. It's interesting, but you don't need it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Facets would definitely go in like the journey of Dax.
Right, yeah.
Or something like that.
Compiling that.
So, okay, how about Second Skin, Civil Defense.
That leaves us 2 spots.
Oh, House of Quark. So, did I say House of Quark already?
Not yet.
So House of Quark,
1 left.
House of Quark, Second Skin, Civil Defense.
I think I would say Defiant.
Okay, yeah. Nice little set of 10. So some stuff that touches the main story arcs, and House of Quark just for a little bit of Ferengi Klingon fun.
Yeah. Get some Quark in there.
Yeah, pretty good. If you have to condense.
Yeah, right.
And then, of course, there's always like, how would you do the Kira story and all that stuff, but we're not getting into that. So, I got one more quiz.
Okay, yeah, and I got the one.
Okay, so you want to give me yours?
Yeah, sure.
Hit me with yours. So,
like we did for season 2, I got quotes from episodes that hopefully will give you enough context to figure out the episode and who said them. And for one of them, who it was said to is important. So,
okay.
In fact, let's start with that one. So this one, I think you're going to get who said it easily. I want who it was said to as for the point.
Okay. And then the
episode and who it was said to. Yeah, for possible 2 points.
Gotcha.
So this quote is, "My ears tingle at the sight of you."
Ooh. Oh, that was Quark to Keiko in Fascination, wasn't it?
It was. Good. Nice.
Okay. For a second, I got stuck on that Profit and Loss, so I was like, that wasn't even this season.
We had like 3 Ferengi episodes this season. It's funny that's the dirt.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess it makes sense.
Did we have 3? What were the 3? We had House of Quark.
House of Quark was the first one, and then
we had Moogie, whatever that was.
Yeah, Family Business was the last one, and then Profit Motive was Zek.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Okay. Let me keep a running tab.
Ferengi well represented in this episode.
Right?
Or in this season.
Yeah. 2 out of 2. Okay, let's see. Commander, there is no careful way to question a Klingon.
Okay. So that was when the Romulans and the Klingons were on the station. What episode was that? So that was... I think that was Odo who said that. But what episode was it? It was... Because that was Visionary, right?
It was. Good.
Okay.
Nicely done. All right. Okay, here we go. This one, there's like 3 different people talking, so...
All right.
Shouldn't be too hard, though.
Okay.
So, well, I guess this means the end of our Starfleet careers, says person 1. And then person 2 says, well, I wouldn't worry about that, Doctor. And person 3 says, that's easy for you to say. And then person 2 says, oh, you misunderstand me, Lieutenant. All I meant was, it's a little foolish to worry about your careers at a time like this when there's a good chance we're all about to be killed.
Oh, man. I can envision it. Because they're going to Cardassia for something, right?
Are they? They could be.
Okay. I'm going to say that is Bashir. I want to say the episode is Second Skin.
Okay.
And I want to say it's like Bashir and Garrick. But was Bashir on that mission? You say there's 3 people talking?
Yep.
So I'm going to say, I guess it's Bashir, Garrick, and Cisco.
Okay. And it's
Second
Skin. Okay. So this one is The Search Part 2. And it is Bashir and Garrick, but I thought that, because the last thing Garrick says is, you misunderstand me, Lieutenant, to like the third person. So I thought that would be enough to give you the hint about that it's not Cisco, but it is in fact Dax. So I'm gonna give you got 2 out of the 3 characters, so I'll give you the point for the characters, but not for the episode.
Okay, it wasn't what I was thinking then.
Poor Morn. This is gonna break his hearts.
Oh, that was... I think that was Quark, the time he was getting called out for his Vol fighting ring, but what episode was that? It was like the throwaway gag at the beginning of some episode. And then... Odo... Oh, that was at the beginning of the Mirror Universe episode, right? Which one? What was that called? Through the Looking Glass.
There you go. Good job.
Nice.
Got both of them. Nice. Okay. Here's a slightly tougher one.
Okay.
2 people talking again. You are evil. Who, me?
Oh wow. Oh no, that's when not Lita, the Marta cons that guy into re-gambling all his money, and then Jake calls her out on it. But the episode was the one episode with Marta. It was
this one's a little tougher.
The one time we actually saw
On the
Marta.
episode.
It was early in the season. Man, this is tough. I'm going to say, I guess I just gotta pick it up. I don't have. That's like, it's not one of the episodes we've discussed very much so far, I think. So I'm trying to think of what fits into there. So Marta left in the episode in Fascination, or sometime before Fascination. So it had to be before there.
See, Fascination was episode 10.
Okay. So I'm gonna, you know what? I'll put that in House of Quark. Why not? Because it's all I can think of. I can't think of what episode that was.
Very, 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 very close timeline wise. It was The Abandoned.
Oh, okay. Man, that was the B story of The Abandoned?
Yeah, I guess so. That's going back to that B story thing.
Yes, yeah, I would have never connected those 2 things, but okay.
Cisco's like, I don't have time to deal with this rogue Jem'Hadar kid. I got to make dinner for my son's girlfriend.
Right. Oh man. Okay.
Okay. That's 5. I think I'm gonna do 10. So
okay.
We're halfway.
Yeah.
Okay. The next one is, but someone has to pay for what's happened here, and I don't want that someone to be me.
Oh boy. I mean, immediately you go to like Quark or something, being worried about having to pay for something.
Yep.
But the way it's phrased sounds more like Garrick.
Okay.
So somebody has to pay for what's happened here, and I don't want that someone to be me. I'm going to say Garrick, and I'm just going to have to Hail Mary it on the episode. So, let's call that one Second Skin.
So you were right in that it is a Cardassian sort of thing to say.
Uh-huh.
but it was actually Gul Dukat in Defiant.
Ah, okay. Makes sense.
Okay, this one I think should be doable. The quote is, "Yes, I thought you might appreciate it on an aesthetic level."
Oh, that's from Improbable Cause, when Garrick shows Odo his weird communications trick or whatever.
Yep. There you go. I just like that line.
Yeah.
So I had to include that here.
A lot of nice little Garrick lines in that episode.
Yeah, for sure. There's two people talking here, but it's pretty obvious who one of them is, so you don't need to worry. So it's person A says Quark, and person B says yes, and person A says Dabo.
What? So someone says Quark, and then someone says yes, and then someone says Dabo?
Yeah.
Oh, that is also from Visionary. That's at the very end when O'Brien calls the Dabo.
Yep, there you go. I thought I might throw you with doing Visionary again.
Almost got me. I almost did not remember that scene.
Okay, here we go. Causing people to suffer because you hate them is terrible. But causing people to suffer because you've forgotten how to care, that's really hard to understand.
Oh, man. So, okay, say the line again.
Causing people to suffer because you hate them is terrible. But causing people to suffer because you have forgotten how to care, that's really hard to understand.
Man, that's tough. Oh, man, I'm just gonna have to Hail Mary that whole thing. So, I don't know why, like, immediately my mind jumped to Dax when you said that. So I'm gonna say,
okay.
I'm gonna say Dax, and I'm gonna say, let's say Meridian.
Okay, so you were not correct on that one.
Okay.
The correct one is, this is one of Bashir's speeches about how horrible the 21st century is in Past Tense Part 1. Oh my gosh,
yeah. Now, yeah, I totally remember that scene now. That darn, whatever those episodes were even called, I don't even remember.
Past tense,
right.
Yeah. Okay.
Darn past tense episodes.
That was 9. One more.
Okay.
This one is two people again.
Okay.
The first person A says, "I should have listened to my father. He always warned me this was going to happen." And person B says, "What? That you'd spend your final hours in jail? I could have told you that."
Okay. I'm not 100% sure, but that calls to mind Quark and Odo during the lockdown of civil defense.
There you go. Good job.
Nice.
Very nicely done. Okay. So you got 14 out of 20. That's not bad at all.
All right, 70%. That's a passing.
There were a couple of other quotes I had in because they were fun, but there's no way that you could possibly not get them, such as "getting jumpy in your old age, O'Brien," which O'Brien says to himself in that last episode that we did. And then another O'Brien one, "It just occurred to me, as soon as that kid graduates from the academy, I'm going to have to call him sir."
Oh, yeah. You might have actually gotten away, even though we just talked about that episode. You might have actually gotten away with that first one, but
oh, interesting.
Because when you said it, it did not immediately come to mind.
And then I also had rule of acquisition number 286: when Morn leaves, it's all over.
Ooh, I can remember it, but
it's a good line. It is from House of Quark.
Okay, that makes sense.
So, yep. All right.
So ready for this final quiz?
Yeah. Let's do it. I'm gonna. Given our history from the first two episodes, I doubt I will do as well on this as you did on mine. But let's find out.
Well, I have to apologize in advance because. Okay, this started off as a backup quiz in case something didn't work out about the other one.
Mm-hmm.
And it's TV shows from the 94-95 television season. Specifically TV shows that debuted in the 94-95 season.
Okay.
And so there's a lot of them. Some of them only lasted a season. Some of them went on to become smash hit shows that lasted for a long time.
Yeah.
So first I only did the ones that I recognized, which would have made the quiz fairly easy.
Okay.
But then I started digging into some of these like little one season shows.
Oh,
and
no.
Some of them were just the descriptions of the premises were just so... I got so drawn into them, I had to put them on the quiz also.
Okay.
So, maybe you can identify some of these. I don't know.
Maybe. Anything can happen.
So, but remember, this is some shows that lasted only a little bit, some shows that went on to be big famous shows.
What information are you going to give me?
I'm going to give you, the information I'm going to give you is the plot synopsis on IMDb.
Okay.
And in almost every case, it's word for word copy and pasted from IMDb, except for one where the title of the show was in there like 3 times, so I edited it down. And then there was one where, when you click on like plot synopsis, it gives you like alternate ones that other people have written.
Yeah.
There was one that I just thought was fun, like sounded funnier when it was, and so I picked one of those. So, but with the exception of those 2, these are all the main page plot synopsis for the TV shows.
All right, let's do this.
All right, so here we go. And I put them in a random order again. So the first one I have is a 15-year-old girl and her trials and tribulations of being a teenager and dealing with friends, guys, parents, and school.
Huh. That's very generic.
Yeah.
I was waiting for something weird to be in there. Is it Daria?
It is not Daria. It is My So-Called Life.
Oh, yeah, I would not have gotten that.
Starring, what's-her-face from Homeland.
Okay.
Who went on to be in Homeland. People are probably yelling at me that I don't remember her name. Okay, next one. Follows the personal and professional lives of 6 20 to 30-year-old friends living in the Manhattan borough of New York City.
Is that Friends?
That is Friends.
It's like, wait a second.
Okay, next. John Leguizamo's edgy sketch comedy show and spiritual sequel to In Living Color.
Oh, man. In Living Color was the only one I could think of. Although I don't think that was... Well, it might have been John Leguizamo. I don't know.
I think he might have been on it.
I don't do sketch comedy as a rule, so I don't know that many sketch comedy shows. I know a couple of Canadian ones, but I doubt his would have been a Canadian one. No, I don't know. I have no idea.
That one was called House of Buggin'.
I've never heard of that. Okay.
And yeah, I never heard of that either. So it's almost not fair, but just some of these, they just sounded so interesting. I had to put them in.
Yeah, no, House of Buggin'. Yeah. I would put that in there.
Okay, the next. The lives and trials of the staff of a major hospital in Chicago.
In Chicago. Is that... I'm trying to remember where these... Is it ER?
No, that is Chicago Hope.
Oh, Chicago Hope. I was trying to remember like where some of these... Because I'm sitting here thinking ER and Grey's Anatomy and at least a couple other shows, but I couldn't remember if any of them were in Chicago.
Young woman Sydney works in a telephone company, and she is sure that her father, Dr. Bloom, and sister died after an accident. Sydney's hobby is to play with virtual reality. She has found an ability in herself to enter into the human mind by using VR. Virtual Reality 5. Sydney is no ordinary person, and an influential, mysterious organization tries to use her.
Oh. Is this that animated show?
I honestly do not know.
Oh, crap. What is... I can't think of the show that I'm trying to think of the name of. I'm like picturing it, but I can't think of it. It's... No, I don't know. And I'm going to have to look up the show because it's going to bother me.
The title is called VR.5.
Oh, no. And see, when you said Virtual Reality 5, I'm like, I bet that's involved in the title in some way. But I got off thinking about this other thing.
Yeah, are you thinking of... What is that? I think, now that you say it, I think I kind of know what show you're talking about. Like, it had a female lead. It was like a sci-fi, cyberpunk type thing.
Yeah.
I think it was on MTV or something.
I'm trying to...
Oh,
Reboot. I was thinking of Reboot,
Oh,
actually.
okay. That's not what I was thinking.
No. There was not a female lead in that. Well, I mean, there is a female lead, but the main lead is not female.
I think I was thinking of like Eon Flux or something like that.
Uh-huh.
Okay, next. Oh, so you got that. Got that wrong. Okay. Colonists crash landed on an alien planet. Begin the long trek to their originally designated landing place, facing alien and human threats.
I don't know.
I'll even give you a hint on this one. It starred Clancy Brown.
I still don't know, but yeah, okay.
The title of that show was Earth 2.
No, I've never heard of Earth 2.
Okay. So this is one that I remember and I watched all the time when it was on. This next one.
Okay. Oh, I thought you meant Earth 2.
No.
Like, all right.
I'd never heard of that. Okay, but this next one I definitely saw and I watched all the time, and it just kind of vanished off the face of the earth.
X-Files. Wait, no.
No, I think that one's still around.
Yeah.
A paralyzed African-American scientist builds a powerful exoskeleton in order to walk again, and uses his new abilities to fight crime.
Oh, I don't think I saw that. I mean, it's like a $6 million man thing, but no, I don't know.
That was called Mantis.
No, yeah. I was not familiar with that.
I remember watching that like every week, and then it just kind of stopped airing or whatever. You know, I was a kid. I didn't really understand like how TV seasons and cancellations and stuff work. And then I just remember years later, I was like, whatever happened to that Mantis show? Okay, next. 5 siblings raise each other following their parents' untimely deaths.
Huh. 5 siblings raise each other. I mean, that sounds vaguely familiar to me, but I don't think I can place it. No, I don't know.
That one was called Party of 5.
Oh, see, yeah, I never actually watched that, but I know it slightly
right.
Because of
Matthew Fox.
Actually, no, not because of Matthew Fox. Partly because I saw commercials for it all the time on TV,
sure.
But also because Lacey Chabert, and I loved her as a kid. Yeah. I liked it. I had a crush on her from when she did the Lost in Space movie.
Oh, sure.
Like she was the same age as me in that movie, and at the time I was like, oh my gosh, she's so cute.
Nice. She was also the original Meg in Family Guy.
It's true, yeah, for like a season or something.
Or Lacey Chabert or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know how you pronounce her name.
Yeah, that was just one of those ones I never even knew when it came on. I would just always see commercials that were like, on the next Party of 5.
Commercials all the time for like that and like Beverly Hills 90210 or something.
Right. Okay, next. The lives, loves, and losses of the doctors and nurses of Chicago's County General Hospital.
Is that one ER?
That one is ER.
Okay. See, I thought during the previous discussion, I was like, I think ER is Chicago because I feel like Grey's Anatomy is like on the west coast or something. But okay, yeah.
So technically, nothing about the Chicago Hope definition or synopsis doesn't also fit ER, but that's what it is on IMDb. All right, here's the next one. Gotta make sure to give you credit for that.
Yeah, I get credit for something. Okay,
next. Explores the office politics and interpersonal relationships among the staff of WNYX.
Oh, well, that's news radio.
Yep.
I don't know why, but from the very beginning, when you were like, I'm doing shows that started in this season, I was like, is that I feel like news radio's around then. Maybe news radio is going to be in there.
Yeah, I mean, news radio, just a great show.
Yeah.
Back when Joe Rogan was entertaining to watch.
Yeah, before he got weird.
Okay. A boy genius and his comrades travel to different parallel universes, trying to find their way back home.
That one is Sliders?
That is definitely Sliders.
I never watched regularly either Sliders or Quantum Leap, and so I know the plots of both of them, but I always have to sit and think, like, wait, which one is which?
Yeah, I mean, I watched both of those shows, but not religiously, so... I mean, Quantum Leap, he was always jumping into other people's bodies. That was the hook on that one.
Right.
Okay, next. 3 angels are sent to Earth to tell depressed and troubled people that God loves them and hasn't forgotten them.
Okay. The only thing I can think of with angels, other than Angels in the Outfield, which was a great movie when I was a kid, is Touched by an Angel.
Touched by an Angel is correct.
Ha!
Ernest Pratt is the bourbon-swilling, cigar-smoking, womanizing author of the best-selling Nicodemus Legend dime novel series of the 1870s. As he writes them in the first person and poses for the cover art, his audience mistakenly believes that he really is the teetotaling gentleman adventurer he writes about.
Okay.
Then a disgraced Hungarian scientist named János Bartók, who was the real genius behind Thomas Edison, brings him to Sheridan, Colorado, to actually bring truth to fiction by inventing the gadgets featured in the books.
This is insane. What? I have no idea. I feel like if I knew this show, I would know this show and I would be able to answer that. So I don't know it, but...
Okay, I'll tell you the cast.
All right.
Okay, Ernest Pratt is played by Richard Dean Anderson.
Ooh.
And János Bartók is played by John Delancey.
Really? Wow. Okay. I still don't know this show. Richard Dean Anderson, I'm just like, it's MacGyver.
Right.
Does this fit MacGyver somehow? But I mean, they make weird stuff, but no.
Yeah, so the name of the show is Legend.
This show should have been bigger. Like, yeah. I want to watch this show now.
So, okay, I was looking into this. Let me see if I still have that Wikipedia article up. No, I probably don't. But this was one of the 6 original UPN shows.
Wow.
And of those 6, only one of them made it out of the first season. And that was Star Trek Voyager.
I believe that. Yeah, all right.
Another one was called The Watcher, which starred... wait.
Hold on, I know The Watcher. That's like... Sir Mix-a-Lot, right?
Yeah, starred Sir Mix-a-Lot as the Watcher.
I never saw it, but I've heard of it.
And there's also one called so there's one called Pigsty. There's one called Platypus Man.
What the? Okay.
And then one called Marker. And then Legend, The Watcher, and Star Trek Voyager.
Marker. Hold on, I'm gonna look up this TV series because it sounds vague. I hope none of these were on your list. Okay. Hey, Marker has Gates McFadden in it.
Oh, wow.
Richard DeMora, played by Richard Greco, a carpenter who travels to Hawaii to claim the estate of his estranged father after his father's death. Most of the estate was instead willed to his widow, Kimba Gates McFadden. To claim his share, DeMora must travel and redeem markers, tokens distributed by his father which correspond to good deeds.
Huh.
All right.
So he's got to go around collecting good deeds from people. Or collecting favors from people, basically, that they owe his father.
It says, many of these good deeds correspond to detective work, such as in the first episode when DeMora is asked to locate a surfer's missing sister. So somehow, his father, before he died, knew that this surfer had a missing sister and that his son would somehow be able to help. His son, a carpenter, would somehow be able to help find the missing sister.
Okay.
Oh, I like in the references on Wikipedia, the first one is an article titled, Marker Comes Up a Loser, Watcher, Barely Watchable.
Oh, those clever critics.
Okay, sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
Last one.
All right.
And I'm genuinely curious if you'll get this or not.
Okay.
Guy Hanks is a criminologist who works for the New York Police Department. All right. After winning the lottery, he retires. But feeling bored, he occasionally returns to help his friends, Detective Adam Sully and M.E. John Chapman, in tough cases.
Okay. So, I'm going through my brain on... Is it Platypus Man? No.
By night, he turns into a platypus. I don't know what Platypus Man is about, and I don't want to know, because I don't want to spoil that imagination.
No, yeah. You don't want to know what Platypus Man is. It's
right.
Just... Did it say where this was in the summary? I don't recall.
It's a New York.
Okay, it's a New York police procedural, it sounds like, but with a guy who's not, like, officially a police officer.
Right. A guy who won the lottery.
The only thing I can think of, and I don't know the plot of this, so I don't know if it actually involves a guy winning the lottery, but, like, from that era... procedural, New York. I'm going to say New York Undercover.
Okay. That is not correct.
Damn.
And I think it might be more helpful if you know who plays the lead character.
Oh.
And that person is Bill Cosby.
Oh. Okay. No, that does ring a bell. Hold on, let me think. Do I know? Because now I can picture it in my brain.
Uh-huh.
Like the image of this from a commercial or something, but I'm still not sure. I don't think I know the name of it.
The title is The Cosby Mysteries.
Oh, duh. Okay. Yeah, I should have got that. All right.
So, I never watched it, but...
No, I never saw that, for sure. Okay, well, interesting. How did I do? Not well, I know.
Okay, so let me count this up. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... Wait. I gave you The Cosby Mysteries and Legend, which I should not have done. Okay.
No, yeah, I don't deserve either of those.
You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... And I think I did 12 total. Let me see. 11, 12, 13, 14.
Oh, wow.
So
okay.
You got 5 out of 14 correct.
So yeah, just over a third. All right. Woo. Okay.
We got to track down this Legend show, though.
Right?
Richard Dean Anderson, John Delancey, Wild West, Gadgets. Oh, it says from the producer of Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
Wow. Which one?
It says Bill Dial and Michael Piller.
Oh, Michael Piller, yep.
I think we've had Bill Dial on Deep Space Nine too, haven't we?
Oh, he's got a Memory Alpha article, so that's good. Yes, Bill Dial was a writer, producer, and occasional actor who wrote for Star Trek Deep Space Nine and Star Trek Voyager. Co-wrote the story and wrote the teleplay for The Alternate.
Oh, yeah, and Tribunal. According to IMDb.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah. Could be interesting. I don't know.
Richard Dean Anderson, John Delancey, Mark Adair Rios, and Jared Paul. Wow, that is very Western. Why is he wearing, like, Richard Dean Anderson is dressed like Wyatt Earp in this picture. I don't, like, is it set in the Old West?
He's using gadgets and gizmos to tame the Wild West, one crazy adventures at a time.
Yeah, Ernest Pratt was born into a good conservative Boston family in 1836. So yeah, okay.
Yeah.
A chance meeting with Mark Twain changed his life and inspired him to set to work on his first successful book. Oh my gosh, okay.
Yeah, remember, John Delancey was the real genius behind, what's his face?
Thomas Edison.
Thomas Edison, yeah.
His financial backing for John Delancey's character comes from a wealthy widow in Denver with scientific interests and perhaps other interests in Bartok. Oh man, she wants some of that John Delancey.
Yeah.
In his leisure time, he reads the humorous novels of Mark Twain and a series of dime store novels which chronicle the adventures of Nicodemus Legend.
Mm.
Oh, in case it was unclear, Janos Bartok was inspired by Serbian scientist Nikola Tesla.
Ah, wow.
Oh my gosh, there's a recurring character played by Mark Adair Ramos whose name is Huytzilopocchtli. So, Huitzilopochtli.
Nice.
Wow, okay.
That sounds like, what's that language, like Nahuatl or something?
He's Mexican, so I assume that it's... Oh, but he's descended from the Aztec kings, and his name that first name means Hummingbird of the South.
Ooh.
And was the name of the chief tribal god in the Aztec religion. Okay, that makes sense then.
7.7 IMDb rating. Could be a hidden gem.
Yeah, so it says 12 episodes aired. Despite critical praise, the program aired during UPN's first year of existence, and after a change in network management, along with lower than expected ratings, it was canceled, along with almost every other program that aired on UPN in the UPN lineup. In 2016, they released the complete series on DVD for the first time. However, over 10 hours of runtime is spread on just 2 discs, which means a substandard bitrate.
Oh.
Somebody on editing this Wikipedia article has it in for bitrate. Yeah, okay. Can you stream this anywhere?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. But there's so much stuff called Legend, it's really hard to sort through.
It looks like you can see it on Amazon, but you probably have to pay for it. Yeah, you can buy the whole season for $8.59 on Amazon, though.
Ooh.
Just Watch. Can I watch it? I can buy it from Apple through Just Watch or Google Play or Amazon. People who like this also like Stargate SG-1. Makes sense. Okay. Babylon 5. I don't know how that's related exactly. Miami Vice.
Okay.
Eureka, Farscape, Xena. I have to admit that I do like a lot of these shows. So maybe this is a show for me, like reasoning backwards from people who like this also like. The Pretender, Magnum PI. Mm-hmm. It's an interesting list of people who liked also like, and it's really making me think that maybe I will enjoy this show. Mm-hmm.
Maybe we can binge it and do a review or something.
That would be a thing to do.
Post in the comments if you're interested in that.
All these people who've also never heard of Legend.
We got to do the Deep Space Nine poster opening episode and the Legend review episode. Okay. Well, I think we've gotten way off topic.
Yeah, so we've gone a long way.
I guess we can call it there. We're gonna. I guess we can just call it on season 3 right there. We'll be back on Monday, I guess, with episode 1 of season 4,
which is what, The Way of the Warrior?
Ooh.
Am I remembering that right?
I believe you are correct, but I don't have it in front of me. So, what kind of interesting stuff might happen in the new season?
Who knows?
We'll find out.
No one has to kiss a Negus stick this time, so bye, everybody.
Yeah, bye, everybody. Nobody has to kiss the Negus stick. We will just see you next time.
Maybe Allison.